Welcome to Taqwa Ministries podcast, and I'm Charles Mosley, and we got Cam King that's going to be the narrator. That's going to be there for me to go through this whole transition. And I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in. We got an exciting show, and I'm gonna pass it to Cam King and let him start this thing off.
Already good to see you once again, Charles.
Oh man.
It is now time, yes indeed, for another episode of Taqwa Ministries, the podcast starring your host, Mr. Charles Mosley, and myself co-hosting this thing, Mr. Cameron King. Let's start off this week by kind of reiterating the last show, the sentiments of the last show. You had your daughter on.
Man, that was real nice.
Co-hosting with you. You want to talk about that for a few seconds?
Yeah, man, that was real nice, and I want to just let the audience know that that was something that is gonna maybe we talked about it, but when we ended the show last week, we talked about us coming at least once a month to be on my show. So then, as time go on, she might come and be my co-host for forever, depending on the scheduling and all that. But why I want to start this show off with her, because I want the world to know, and whoever's seeing this, all my viewers, all my fans, to know and understand that if you have a father, if y'all looking for a mother or whatever, search for them, because that could change y'all lives. And when I say change our life, y'all may be acting out because of that void that y'all are facing. You feel where I'm coming from? You all may be going through trials and tribulations that if you find your mother or find your father, it will change that, because now you're in tune with the person that birthed you. You're in tune with the person that's been out of your life, that you've been doing, but you didn't know that you acting out because of this void. So that was really important last week, and man, I thank y'all for tuning in, and I thank y'all for just supporting Taqwa Ministry podcast, and I just thank y'all very, very much for all the support y'all been giving me.
Already, yeah, very good. Very interesting show last week. I think something for those, like you said, in that same position as Crystal, your daughter, was for several years in wanting to know who her biological father was. And she made the efforts to kind of search out and find you. And it's, you can tell by the expressions on her face as she was telling her story last week that she is really profoundly happy that she is now back with her biological father, and knows who her biological father, and is now able to have a relationship with her biological father. And something you noted was for you, just as important, was that you now have opportunity to have that relationship that you lost with your grandkids.
Yes.
Right? So very, very important message, very interesting, very great show that I think a lot of people in those particular positions also need to see.
Yes.
So moving on to this week's topic. I wanted to talk about pain freaks.
Pain freaks.
Charles.
Ooh.
Pain freaks. So, like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? What pain freaks? So, not necessarily the physical part of being a pain freak. Like, I would have to say bodybuilders are pain freaks, right? I would have to say bodybuilders are pain freaks because in an effort to build and mold their bodies and get it to a certain point, they have to go through a rigorous degree of body training, right? So, but that's like, you know, what is it? Why does it hurt so good? You know, that's a good hurt, right? We would consider bodybuilding or that particular aspect of being a pain freak.
Right.
So my question is to you, what your opinion would be on why are some seemingly gluttons for punishment, Charles? Is it like a mental illness? Is it some kind of sociopathic behavior problem? What is it that make people pain freaks?
Man, that's an interesting question, man. In my opinion, is that we as people in our society, most of us that's in pain, pain freaks, as you say, it stems from probably at an adolescent, at an early age in a person's life, maybe. I don't know. But as you mentioned, you got different levels of pain freaks. You got people that love to see fights. You love to see that type of adrenaline, like to see that type of action. Then you got some people, like you say, a bodybuilder, they like to, see that, Then you got some people that like to get whooped. They like to get, spanked as a turn on, as they say. And that's pain. That's physical pain. But let's go to the mental aspect of it. It's a mental thing because it's in our mind. Because what we like, everybody like to see a good fight. You know what I'm saying? We'll tune in on the fights. So if you go on your YouTube channel, you go to Instagram, you go to Facebook or whatever, or TikTok or whatnot, you see these platforms, you'll go and draw to a fight faster than you would to a person that's telling y'all the right thing to do, telling y'all some important stuff that we all need to know. But you'll run over there to that. Excuse me. So that right there within itself is a mental thing, which is a pain type of situation. Like you like to hurt so good. You know what I'm saying? You like to hurt. You like this adrenaline and this adrenaline rush or whatever. So I say like this, Cam King, that it's more of a mental thing. And like you say, the bodybuilder, that's a physical. But it can go in the mental because you have to build your mindset up to go out there and pump that weight and pump yourself up. So I say most of the part, man, it's a mental and a physical aspects of it, Camp King.
Would you agree, Charles, that to many degrees that we are all somewhat pain freaks or gluttons for punishment in that we are, as a norm, these behaviors, these particular dysfunctional behaviors, as a norm that we are exposed to on a daily basis, it becomes, we become desensitized to it in that, so I'm going to give you an example. The gang-related movie, Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, South Central, all of those movies that graphically told us the story of what was going down in the gang world in California, all the way to Texas, right? Mm-hmm. We love those movies. We grew up on those movies. We can tell you the actors that were in those movies. The actors that were our favorites back then are still working to today in making movies, stemming off of that success. So why is it that we love the dysfunctional, destructive behavior, even though we understand it's destructive and dysfunctional? I call it like it's Michael Jackson Bad, because if you recall, back in the day, Michael Jackson came out with Bad. Okay, what was that video about? It was about two gangs warring. They were dressed up in the gang paraphernalia. They were going back and forth, and it was about who's bad, right? But we love that song. We love Michael Jackson. All of that was good to us, even though he's talking about some bad stuff.
Right.
So, Charles, in a way, are we all conditioned to be pain freaks, sort of, kind of, gluttons for punishment, in that these sociopathic, psychopathic behaviors are just normal to us?
Yeah, and you can see it in our society that how we crave for that type of action. We crave for that type of entertainment, as you can say. And I feel very strongly that that's in our DNA, man. Americans of African descent. I'm gonna say it like that, cause y'all know I don't believe in that color stuff. I don't believe in this racist stuff. That's not me. I'm a human being. So I say our culture has been designed in a way where in our hood they actually crave for action. Like I said in the beginning, fights. They want to see things in a bad light. Everybody wants to see everything in a bad light, but when it comes to a good stuff, we run and shy away from it. Things that's good for us, we shy away from. Those that bad to us, we draw near to it. And that's kind of backwards, you guys. That's a backwards society, and like you say, a lot of us, it's a big majority of us are pain free, want to feel some type of adrenaline rush, want to have that pain that's gonna resonate in our bodies to make us feel like something. And it's sad to say, Cam King, that hey man, we gotta change that. We gotta change that, man. It ain't gonna. I can say that like this. It's not gonna change overnight, and I feel that our society is so far gone and so accustomed to this. It's gonna remain. That's gonna remain till we all go. That's what I say.
I totally agree. Nothing can be done about it until one recognizes that there is a problem and something should be done about it.
Yes.
And that's where we're at. Nobody's understanding that's a problem.
That's a big problem.
We're not understanding that because I believe it plays to the psyche in a negative way.
Yes.
And we don't understand that.
Right.
And so, before I ask you this next question, so I don't like to play the race card either, Charles. I don't like to blame certain situations on, oh, well, this happened. This is the way it is now.
This is why it happened. Right.
Because what happened back then.
Right.
But unfortunately, we do have to accredit a lot of our behaviors now to the training that was given to our ancestors through slavery back then. You
gotta credit some of that to that, yes sir.
So I'm simply asking your opinion. Some of that backwards conditioning that you just spoke about, could that stem all the way back from slavery?
Yeah, I think it has been relevant to the current situation that we are facing right now. That it stemmed back there, cause we had to go out in the fields and work. We had to get up. That was pain, man. They was going through a lot of stuff back then with pain. Like they was enduring pain like every day. So I think it's passed down through the generation, man. I think the mindset, and I say it right now that it's hard, but that's one of the most important cycles to break is that type of mentality, man, because that will lead us to having destructive behavior throughout our lives. Because, like I say in the beginning, we like action. We like to be part of something that's really, really, motivating, and that's what drives us. But let me say this now. Like I say, I'm not a race. I'm not a person that's trying to say this and that. But look at the Caucasians. Look at them. They pain freaks in another way. You feel me? They like to get whooped. They like to get all kinds of stuff they like to do that's, I say, mental, their mentality and their physical is together, but look how they do it though. They do it behind closed doors. You don't see a lot of them out like we are, fighting and scratching on each other and all this crazy stuff. You don't see that. Why? Why you don't see that? Because, like you say, they didn't come through the channel that our ancestors came through. So you can see the difference. You can see that they whole makeup was they had a different culture. They had a different, not saying that they good or nothing, don't get me wrong now. We all have some good in every race, in human race, but I want to say it like this so y'all can understand their upbringing was different. They had a silver spoon in their mouth. We had to go out and scratch. We had to go out and go get it and come back with it. They have it in the silver spoon in most of their mouths. You know what I'm saying? They daughters, they kids or whatnot. They got generational money. We don't have no generational money because we started out at the bottom. We surviving because we know how to survive. Them, they don't know how to survive. So they gonna and hang themselves. They gonna commit suicide. They gonna be doing all this stuff. But we as people, we go through the pain. We go through that pain that life is giving us when we in a certain situation. We like that. It's like we like it, but I think we're like immune to it in a way. I can say it like that. Would you agree with that?
I would agree.
We kind of we're immune to it.
I would agree that we are totally unaware of the fact that it's all in our, like I said, it's a mind thing, and so in order to formulate, in my opinion, in order to formulate or manifest something correctly, you have to first be able to put the sounds and the frequencies together in your mind so that it may come out and you may spell things correctly in the universe.
Right.
So if you don't necessarily know what you are talking about when you are speaking, then you are misspelling or casting or spells that probably are going to not have an effect that like you want them because you aren't putting the spell correctly as it comes out of your mouth.
Right.
Okay. So before we move on, I'm going to leave off on this. I personally think that you were talking about white people, and see, their good is good to them, and bad is good to us.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So when you are backwardly spelling things, like you are meaning it to be good, but you are saying it to be bad.
Right.
And so it works in reverse, and we don't.
It's backwards, man.
We don't really realize it.
You don't even realize, man.
It's simply polarity. I don't know how you feel about this, but I think they understand what polarity is, and we have no clue.
Oh, no clue.
Okay, so
give us a definition of that.
Polarity. Polarity is bad versus good, evil versus holy. That is to left, right, up, down. Left, the reverse polarity of left is right. Mm-hmm. Reverse is up, is down. Mm-hmm. The reverse of bad is good. Uh-huh. The reverse of evil is holy.
Holy, all right.
It's just polarity. And I think
that's an excellent definition of that.
And I don't think we understand that. So let's move on, Charles, to this last topic. You brought up this fiasco that's going on 2 weeks ago.
Oh man, wait, man.
In New Orleans, this red dress run.
Say that again.
Red dress run.
Like red dress.
Yeah. And
Oh man.
yeah. So the red dress run. Before we give you the ins and outs of what the
Give a little history on that, if you may, Cam
do
King.
you want to do the history first,
Give-
or you want to go over
Go get
what
the
happened?
history. So let's go with the history so they can get the little understanding of where it stemmed from, and then what we as people, what we just got through talking about,
Well, we done took it.
what we done took it.
Okay. So every year on the second Saturday in August, the New Orleans Hash House Harriers, a local drinking club, host the Red Dress Run, a charity run in the Crescent City of New Orleans. The run usually begins in the French Quarter or Marigny neighborhoods of New Orleans, although the exact location is only announced to those who register. The runners with drinks in hand continue their route through the French Quarter and spend the rest of the day celebrating. Okay, then it gives some information for you to register for this. It gives a brief little history. The Red Dress Run is a global hashing tradition where participants wear red themed attire. Let me read that again. The Red Dress Run is a global hashing tradition where participants wear red themed attire. Not necessarily red dresses.
Thank you.
For a fun run. Originating in 1987 with the San Diego Hash House Harriers. Didn't even start in New Orleans. It has become a worldwide phenomenon. The New Orleans Red Dress Run, organized by NOH3, is one of the largest annual events since 1987 and drawing participants globally. Held in August, it features okay, there you go. Brief history.
Real reason. Y'all, let me slide in here and give y'all some insight on this. When he said red dress, see how I'm dressed? I'm dressed in a suit right now. They saying a dress, not literally a dress like a woman wear. Man, these guys done turned it into like I could say a homosexual type thing, a gay thing. You know, it was turned out to be just wearing a red attire to represent whatever they was representing at that time. But these guys now, they putting on dresses. I'm talking about like they going to a prom or something. Like they going to a ball or something. I'm serious, man. You know, and at that date, it was a couple of weeks ago. It was this month. It was the second Saturday of August, which is a couple of weeks ago. So if you look at it, if you looking for your baby daddy, if you looking for your husband, you can find him wearing a dress in the French Quarter down there on Canal or whatever. You can find him down there. You know what I'm saying? Not wearing no red suit.
Attire.
Suit. This one. Come on, y'all, follow me now. If you got an attire, I'm gonna wear a red attire. I'm gonna wear like some red, and then the woman should be in a dress, literally. But it's backwards, like we said before. Our society, us, is so backwards. We wore the dress. Now it made us. Look at the look it made us. Look at the look that y'all putting us in, you guys. The guys that did this. I hope y'all listen to them. Man, y'all can do whatever y'all want. Y'all, I ain't no judge. No, just like Tupac said, only God can judge it. God is the judge. I'm just voicing my opinion on how y'all letting us as a society, as a American of African descent, look. Y'all making us look bad, man. Y'all can say what y'all want. Y'all can take this and y'all can talk about me or whatever y'all want to do. I'm cool with talk about me. But I'm telling you that that's a bad look on our mans. Come on, man. That's a bad look on like me. Now I'm a straight up man. I'm a man's man. I don't go and straddle the fence, and I ain't doing all that undercover stuff. I ain't none of that, bro. God made me a man, and that's what I'm gonna be till He take my body and take my soul out of my body and put me in the ground. I'm gonna be a man, man. I'm not gonna be portraying to be no woman. I don't know where that came from, you guys. Y'all got beards. You know what I'm saying? Okay, if you want to be gay, go on, do the whole thing, man. Cut the thing off and be the gay man.
And I'm thinking that they wasn't trying to like hide the fact that they were men. Those were clearly, if you watch the footage or the on the internet, those are clearly men.
Men.
Just dressed up in dresses.
Yes, man. That's what I'm saying. What this my question is this, man. What look did it give us as men? They laughing at. That's what they do. They sit back and laugh at us. Now you seen a few of them in there. They're very minute. You know, you see a couple of them running through there, whatever. But more us than anything, man. They laughing at us, man. Look at them. They call us niggas. Look at them niggas. Look at them. And I'm saying the N-word. I'm saying it because y'all stupid. That's a stupid thing. Y'all ignorant.
And I'm thinking also.
That's ignorant, man.
And I'm just kind of putting two and two together. Is that was a small pocket of people doing that.
Yeah.
And I don't think that all of New Orleans looked like that. I think that was a small section, a small pocket of people, particularly if you are in New Orleans or Louisiana area, close enough to get to that event, and you are homosexual. You know, well, shoot, that's the event I'm going to. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
all you like. It's good. That's what's up.
So from what I gather, I don't think it's an event that has been taken to the ultimate extreme and it has been turned and flipped totally. I believe from what I gather. Now, I could be wrong, but from what I gather, it just looks like a small pocket of homosexual black guys that felt like they wanted to get together and take advantage of this red dress situation in New Orleans where you drink and you have fun and da. And I think somebody is exposing them doing this, and it's not necessarily what the event is about. And I just wanted to put that
right. And then you look at it. Y'all go on and look up New Orleans 2025 dress run. Dress run. You got guys, bad built. I'm talking about like they was just like, you know, they say gay pride, all that. Man, they was like with their chest out, like they were really, man, that's sad though. I'm saying that's pain. That's a mental pain. That's why I wanted to tie this into the subject that the topic rather that we started out with pain freaks. You know what I'm saying? That's a pain that's so hurtful. It's hurtful to our core. It hurt me to the core of our whole being, man. As a American of African descent, a person, that hurts me to see us like that. That hurt me. So that's a hurt. That's a hurt that's not a welcoming hurt.
Charles, let me ask you this, and you can take us out here. We're at the closing point. You can leave out on your final thought. But Charles, let's be honest. Homosexuality has existed for a very long time.
Yes.
I think we talked about it a couple of weeks ago. When I was young, my great-grandmother was the one who told me what a sissy was.
Right.
Okay, that was my first introduction to what you don't want to be like as a man, right? So homosexuality, gay people, been around forever. I don't necessarily know that it would ever end. So what would be any solution, if any, that we could go to, rely on, implement to reverse the polarity on the gay stuff?
Man, I think My closing thoughts, man. That's a hard thing to do right now, man. I don't have no answer to it, cause it done got out of control, like we talked about before. Like I said, we didn't see none of that when we was growing up. We didn't see, all this stuff that we see today with homosexuals. Me myself, the only way they gonna change is God come down and do like Sodom and Gomorrah and just destroy it, man. Destroy it, and this will be a lot of people dead. It'll be a lot of people out of there. But I feel very strongly. I feel very strongly that that's the way we're gonna eradicate this. That's the only way it's gonna end, man. Is the destruction of the nations, man. That's what I say. That's the only way that it's gonna go and be erased, man. Because it's getting worse and worse. It's getting worse and worse and worse every year. It's getting worse. It's like they coming out of the closet, they coming out the basement, they coming out the chimney, they coming everywhere, and thinking it's this what it is, but it's not what God wants. And that's the only way I feel, Cam King, that it's going to be eradicated, be erased, is like the Sodom and Gomorrah, man. It's a lot of us going, if it happen like this, a lot of us going to be in the mix of it, and that's the only way I see that it's get erased. So I wanna say this at ending. Thank y'all for tuning in, like and subscribe, and we'll have more contents coming your way. God bless.